Right? Example 7. Given this equation for simple harmonic motion, find 4 things: the maximum displacement, the frequency, the value of d when t equals 4, and the least possible value of t for which d equals 0. All right, so first, A. What's the maximum displacement? Which number there is telling us that? Say again? The 6, right? Because this thing, without the 6 there, cosine varies between -1 and 1. With the 6 there, now it's going between -6 and 6. It's an amplitude, right? So we would say right away, what is the maximum displacement? 6. B. What is the frequency? Okay, well, we don't have the period. We have a formula for frequency, so we don't really have to find the period so that we can flip it. Remember, if the period is 2 pi over omega, then the frequency, I'll just call it F, equals omega over 2 pi. So what's omega? 3 pi over 4. So you have to say 3 pi over 4 divided by 2 pi. The pi's cancel. 3/4 over 2. 3/4 divided by 2 is 3/8. Seconds to the -1. Right. How would we find the value of d when t equals 4? Plug it in, right? That's just asking you to plug it in. C. D equals 6 cosine of 3 pi over 4 times 4. So that's 6 times the cosine, 4's cancel, of 3 pi. What is the cosine of 3 pi? You shouldn't need a calculator to do that. Right? Look at the unit circle. Right? 1 time around is 2 pi, whereas 3 pi. It's at 180 degrees, right? That's 3 pi. Every time around is 2 pi, so that's 1.5 times around. What is the cosine? -1. 6 times -1, -6. And last, this is the stumper. The least possible value for which d equals 0. It's kind of like saying find the zeros, right? So if I substitute d equals 0, 6 cosine of 3 pi over 4 times t. The thing is that we know for harmonic motion, right, if I start this thing up here and I let it go, it's going to go up and down, up and down, up and down. It's going to equal 0 many times. Every time it passes through the middle, it equals 0 again, 0 again, 0 again. Their question is, when's the first time? So if we start with the t equals 0 here, and I'm going around the circle, when's the first time? What's the first angle where cosine equals 0 going around? At 90 degrees, pi over 2, right? So the first time there, it's going to equal it again. Here at 3 pi over 2, 5 pi over 2, 7 pi over 2, 9 pi over 2. Every time around, it equals it again. But the first time, pi over 2. So what we have to do is say, okay, that means 3 pi over 4 times t equals pi over 2. When this angle equals pi over 2, that's the first time. So you have to solve that for t. So the pi's cancel. 3/4 t equals 1/2. So t equals 6 over 4. Let's see. No, 2/3, sorry. 4 over 3 times 1/2, which is 2/3. So at 2/3 of a second, that's the first time you expect it.